past weekend, I got to see a live action Aladdin in theaters for the first time, so let's talk about it. Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm Josh, this is Simply Cinema, and today we're going to review Aladdin, but before we get into that, make sure to leave your thoughts on Aladdin down in the comments below. What did you think of it? How does it hold up to the original? Was it worse or was it better? And make sure to like this video and subscribe and hit that bell icon to stay notified of all my upcoming videos, because after the live action Lion King releases and I review it, I'm going to be ranking all of the Disney live action movies from the worst to the best, and you won't want to miss that, so click that subscribe button. Disney's live action Aladdin brings the 1992 film to real life and brings all the lovable characters back, from Aladdin, a street thief, loving Jasmine, the daughter of the Sultan, but there's also Jafar, who wants the lamp and wants to control power and become the Sultan and become the most powerful ruler in the whole entire world. And we get the Genie as Will Smith this time, and all of the lovable characters that have to figure out the conflict of everything that goes on. Take note that I haven't watched the 1992 version in a little while, and I'll be watching it soon, but this review is without knowing really all that much about what happened to the original. Starting with the positives, some of the visuals are really great. They really craft all of the colorfulness of the story really well. It does add a bit more color than they probably should be, like in the general setting of the town. They add a lot more color than it needs to be, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but some of it's really colorful. The way they do it, it's very vibrant, and all of the extra added effects makes for a really nice scene. Also, the music in this film is really well done. All of the original songs that are taken back from the 1992 film to this are really well replicated, and you still get that same charm from the original. And also the added music in there, that's the new songs, are not bad at all. They really fit into the setting well. I feel like they do a really good job, and especially for the song Speechless, it really made me speechless during the film, and I just really like the effects that they added in. And as for the general idea of the story, I feel like they replicated it pretty well. They took things different ways, organized it a bit differently, but I think they did a good job showing everything that went on and how it all worked out. Moving on to the mixed elements, I would say the casting is really great. It's really done well for the most part. Aladdin was a little less, but Will Smith does a good job as the Genie, but unfortunately some of the character moments are just not as strong, and it's unfortunate because if you are almost forced to compare it to the original, and Robin Williams' Genie in the original was really well done and it really couldn't be beat, but Will Smith was still really good and added his own charm into that character, and I still can't say it's bad because you really can't beat it. And moving on to negatives, this is still sort of nitpicking, but Aladdin and Jafar are some of the worst characters, which is unfortunate because they're more of the important characters, and the actors they chose for them, they do a decent job at portraying the role, especially Jafar. He does a lot better at acting out his part, but he doesn't look as much to me like Jafar does on the regular, so it kind of gives me a different sort of vibe than who we're supposed to be imagining. And as for Aladdin, like, some of his parts, they're good for what he's trying to do and for being a character in general, but it doesn't feel exactly like the Aladdin that we're trying to express. But overall, even though this film didn't necessarily need to be made into live action, I did think they did a good enough job representing the story, and the Speechless song was just one of my favorite moments, and I have to rate it 8.4 out of 10. But those are just my thoughts on it, and I'd love to hear yours down in the comments below. What did you think of it? How does it hold up to the original? But of course, be respectful of others' opinions, because we all have our own. We all like different movies different ways. But also don't forget to like this video and subscribe and turn on that post notifications, hit that bell icon. In a few weeks I'll be doing the ranking of every live action Disney film from the worst to the best after Lion King comes out. So hope you stay tuned for that, and I'll be back for more movie reviews, rankings, and more.